Okay, okay, okay. I am not having a good day today. This has been difficult. Hello, Mochi. Okay, okay. Had a bit of interference on the line. Hello, Cuttlefish. Today, oh, everything, everything is going wrong. Everything is going wrong. But somehow we're here. Somehow we're here, and I guess it's gonna be okay. Oh, good heavens. Okay. It's okay. Today was a bunch of surprises. Someone near and dear to me has been having that. Everyone around me is having medical issues, and I had to. Uh, I got woken up. I got woken up. Thank you, Cheryl, for interrupting. I got woken up. I got woken up, um, and half an hour later, uh, was out the door with someone for a very small bout of facial surgery. so uh, so today's been a little bit. Yeah, they are fine. I would like to have it be known that they are fine. They're recovering. It all went well. It was an outpatient. Right. It was an outpatient thing. Um, so they're fine. They're absolutely fine. Um, but I don't drive a lot. I don't drive a lot, so um, I had to so driving back from that, uh, try and get medicine filled, take them back, get medicine, do shopping, and I did all of this having eaten nothing basically. Like I had had literally a handful of nuts and my vitamins until right before now. Like I finally have food. I have food in me now. I'm okay. I am a-okay now, right? I've had more of the Thai coconut soup, and I'm gonna be okay. It's just it's been it's been a very long day. Um, um, it's been a very long day having to deal with a lot of things. So one thing unfortunate is that our job here, it was decided, it was decided that it made sense, and I disagree. I disagree that this made sense, but it was decided that to be properly immersed in human cultures, each ob station would broadcast not channels that we're interested in, but local channels, which meant that I got to experience television, and let me be clear, I fucking hate television. Like I it's driving me bananas. Okay, like I'm in a room waiting for them to have surgery, and television is happening at me. It's an insipid show where they're pretending like these people are somehow normal, and they're obviously not. Like it's a supposed reality show about building like a home or something like that, right? Build a home in 100 days. And it's like, first of all, that's not like some giant feat. That's how long home building has traditionally taken. Thank you for supporting this club, Yuzu. Thank you for supporting this Yuzu. Um, and 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 the thing is, I'm looking at this, and it's every you have about 7 minutes of television right before commercials. So the first 2 minutes of any segment is spent with them recapping what has been happening before the last commercial break. And the last 2 minutes are spent developing a cliffhanger for what's going to happen when the commercial break comes back. So you have exactly 3 minutes of actual progression of a television show, and then you have another 3 minutes of commercials between each segment. So all in all, every 10 minutes you're watching, you have 3 minutes of progression surrounded by 7 minutes of bullshit. And people wonder why people who grow up in this day and age can't seem to focus on anything. And I'm like, I can't focus on this. And if this is my primary media consumption, then I'm going to go insane. It also had the most hilarious political commercial I have ever seen. It was of a conservative politician who showed these children in business suits having pillow fights with each other, and his statement was that it's high time for politicians to grow up, that everyone needs to mature exactly the same way that Donald Trump is mature. And, well, I mean no offense to anyone or their political views, just, what? What? Have you seen the behavior of Donald J. Trump? Like, whatever you feel about his political views, this man has no emotional control or filter or decorum whatsoever. Like, I'm not, like, not even discussing anything about the politics, right? Just his ability to be functionally, socially, like, performative is a little bit, like... And you're saying that politicians need to grow up to be mature? Like, it's like, oh, good heavens. I'm so sorry. This is... I understand more and more why television is dying. I get it. Because why would I watch this? Like, you would have to pay me to watch it, and I still might not do it. I still might not do it. Oh, by the time I left, I had a headache. Like, just from tension of just, like, having this constantly go on. It's like, can you focus on anything for, like, 3 seconds? Oh, my goodness. At least here, you can say things and talk to people and do all kinds of stuff. What is this? Yeah, like, I'm not watching because of... I'm not watching because of all the ads completely disjointing it, and because the entire format of it, am I gonna have to deal with your ass? I don't want to. Oh, it's coming back up. Yeah, they should not panic and then put in more ads because of decreased viewership. They should absolutely, like, work to fix the fundamental issues. Like, there's no narrative in this. Like, I'd like to say, the thing about all these people who are on television is that they don't act like human beings. And, like, I'm not claiming that I understand exactly how human beings act, right? I'm not claiming that... Not claiming that at all. Not claiming I understand how human beings act at all, right? But I know a human being when I see one, and these are not human beings, okay? Like, human beings, like, it's so weird that these are held up as the ideal of human behavior when they don't behave anything like the rest of humanity. Well, that would be terrifying. Like, Like, you can't get your idea of how people interact through, I don't know that it would be fun, because I've seen...
Vital signs stabilizing.
Here we go again, why? I've seen, that kind of material, right? I've seen that kind of material, and it's not actually, at least to me, I don't get what's so great about what is being portrayed there, frankly. But, you know, you do you, humanity, right? If that's the kind of stuff you like, then go for it. But keep in mind that that is to actual adult relationships what an action movie is to like police work, right? That's not something that like really happens. Oh no. Like, yeah, you should definitely take nothing from media if you can help it. If you can help it. Oh dear, okay.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Yeah, how would international logistics work if that was like the way it was? Oh, okay. So yeah, that's been my day. And the thing is, I have to be honest with you, I don't like other sapient life forms, okay? I like you, Cuttlefish, okay? But like being nearby other sapient life forms is kind of a bit disturbing to me. It's kind of a bit disturbing to me. Alright. Okay, here we go again. I will kill you if you keep doing this. Like, yeah, like, it's weird. But, okay, I don't like being nearby others. As someone who is themselves probably not especially normative by anyone's definition, okay, well, that's part of it. Let me be clear, that is a part of it. That is not all of it by a long shot. Yeah, sure, you do you over there. I'm actually really concerned about that. I'm really concerned about that. Okay. So, you know what? We're just gonna keep going down. We're just gonna keep going down. The thing about other people, one of the things I don't like about them is that I'm not especially normative. And I can admit that at this point in my life. I didn't used to always be able to talk about it. But not being especially normative makes me feel a little bit weird around other people, first of all. And second of all, part of my not being super normative is that I find the presence of society kind of oppressive. Yeah. And the thing is, I used to be a lot more, laissez-faire about being myself in the open, and that was no good, right? That was no good, but I feel like now I've kind of gone a little bit in the other direction of being maybe too worried about stuff. Okay, storage has no room. How deep does this go? Yeah, it can be, but honestly, that's actually why I like being here. I like being here with you guys, because here, I think yes, better alone than in bad company, but better with my cuttlefish than without, right? Because here we can all be whatever we are, however that pans out. Oh, why do you keep doing this? Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. The VTubing community is one that I've really come to enjoy, and it's one that I hope to help propagate. I hope to bring stuff up. I hope to help add some things to it. I wanted to do so much stuff today. I really did. But my day has been eaten, and for a very good cause. But, like, I'm still deeply dazed. I can't tell if I'm adjusting to this, or if, like, what's happening here. We're trying to get back to Jiff Joff Jaff, is what we're trying to do. It's very nice to be a part of something that I'm so tired and so much has happened today that I don't think I have like the F's to give about it anymore. Like my heart rate, my pulse rate is still going up, right? Like I'm still not enjoying this, but I can't care about whatever this is right now. I can't care about whatever this is. Yes, basically. Like, it's just become a workplace hazard. It's just become a workplace hazard. Oh, hey! Hello, raiding party. How are you all doing, Cuttlefish? It's good to see you all. I would love coffee. I always want coffee, and I can never drink it because coffee makes me puke. And I don't mean that in like, oh, this coffee is so bad kind of way. Like, no, coffee is bad for me. Coffee is very bad for me. Yes, much Raider hype. Hello, all Cuttlefish. It's wonderful to see you. Tonight has been such a thing, but it's so good to see you all. You have absolutely brightened up my day. Aspen, if you're there, hello. I hope you had a wonderful time at the cafe. Hopefully your date didn't hassle you too much. Oh. Oh my goodness. Okay, tonight we were going to be doing other stuff, but instead we're playing Subnautica, and I'm... Aw, thank you, Mushroom. I'm glad. What's weird is that I love that you guys like my voice. I actually really do. But I've never had a easy relationship with how I sound historically. But one of the nice things about being here is I feel like you're getting the very best of me. I do need affiliate. I need affiliate so I can start rating other people, and doing other crazy things like that. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. I have absolute faith that we're gonna get there. Tonight, I have, you guys missed my rant on television, but I probably have a lot of rants in me. I can't promise I know anything of what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go as deep as I possibly can tonight. That's the only thing I have in mind, is to just keep going deeper. And I have no food in here. I have zero food. Okay. So I am not allowed by procurement to answer that question. So we will have to figure out other arrangements. Come on, I just need to slice you and cook you. That's all I need to do. Okay. I think I was talking something about non-normative individuals, but I don't remember. It's been a very long day. I finally had some sleep. I finally had some sleep last night, which has been a merciful thing. I have not been sleeping. I've been having horrendous nightmares for like a week now. They have absolutely been like wrecking my ability to sleep normally. Oh. Yeah, because I'm about to drive into. There's a reason why this is called home invasion. I'm not about to lose my truck, am I? Oh my goodness, you are that's a lot of damage. Okay, wow. Okay, I was worried I was gonna lose Jeff Jobs Jeff. I don't want to lose anyone on this. Oh no. Okay. This is also, I think, probably gonna be my last time playing Subnautica on a Wednesday. I'm probably gonna start moving it to Sundays. And Sundays will be so. I'm gonna start doing Subnautica Sundays. Well, currently, officially, the name is Jif Joff Jeff Joof, because the name increases every time I add a thing to my Longboy. We're gonna have to do more Longboy later. Oh, down to 30% power. Okay. It's okay. I was being ridiculous. Maybe if I get low enough, it won't be able to hit me. I do need a little bit more magnetite, I think, or something. Oh. But yeah, this is a wonderful, happy time and place with my cuttlefish, where I can finally breathe and relax. After a very long day, and if I'm very lucky, I will actually be able to get some sleep afterwards, and I won't lay awake for. No, no, please. I really don't like that. Oh, I don't like that thing. I don't like that thing at all. Okay. I just saw some kayanite, right? Am I forgetting? Am I making that up? Am I losing my mind, cuttlefish? Am I losing my mind? I mean, to be fair, I don't know how much of my mind, I don't know how much of my mind there was to lose. Until I make affiliate, I think procurement would have words with me. Okay. I swore there was kayanite, but there is kayanite. Okay. No, please. No. Okay. 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 Oh. Okay. Oh. I don't. We just broke 100. Okay. Oh, okay. Back to safety. Oh, okay. Oh my God. I think I might need to breathe for a minute. Oh, okay. Oh, I laugh when I think I'm going to die. Because if I'm going to die, I'd like to go out smiling. Oh. Okay. Holy shit. Oh my God. I'm sorry if I am everywhere, all over the place tonight, cuttlefish. It's been one of those days. Oh. Okay, you know what? This seems like a good depth. This seems like a good depth to park Jiff Joff Jeff. I don't think they'll be able to get in here. I don't think they'll be able to get in here. Okay. Okay, what do you think? Do you guys try not to? What do you think, Cuttlefish? Do you think Jiff Joff Jeff is safe here? That's you, by the way. You are my Cuttlefish because you are the thing that comforts me and lets me keep doing this. Because there's no way I would do this on my own. Not even a little bit. Nope, not a little bit. Okay. Oof, okay. We got another, Triops. What does it say? It's a bottom feeder and it tastes like it. Ew. That's gross. Okay, to answer that, I think you're gonna have to stick around for when I go back and do the original game of this. Because I'm gonna start, after some requests by some of you, I'm gonna start doing the original Subnautica, and I'm going to mod it. But in the original Subnautica, cuttlefish are a thing, and they are the one bright speck of true joy and affection in that game. Euxenos is an idiot. I'm so sorry. I need to take the thing off to be able to do this. I shouldn't say that. That's probably derogatory self-talk. The kind of thing that I'm not supposed to say, because that lowers my own health score and causes the company issues. I'm not allowed. I'm officially not supposed. I need to shut off those lights. I need to not leave the headlights running. Okay. Okay, headlights are no longer running. Yeah. Cuttlefish are amazing. I haven't drawn a cuttlefish monster girl yet, but I'm going to. At some point. I just don't know when. It's hard for me to actually rightly say that I do proper monster girls, because I feel like a proper monster girl is mostly human with a bit of monster. I have to admit, I like mostly monster with a bit of human. Oh, thank you, Mushroom. I'm glad you believe in me. I might not be able to believe in myself, but I believe in the you that believes in me. Oh, we are just passing. Yeah, girl monsters. Can we make that a hashtag? Can we make girl monsters a hashtag? Because I kind of want to make girl monsters a hashtag. Also, this is gonna sound insane, okay? This is gonna sound like 100% Whoa! Holy crap, I did not know you guys flew at me! Wow, I didn't know they pounced, okay. Don't worry, we're gonna figure out a way. We're gonna figure out a way to do this, and even if I'm only posting them in Discord, I'll start slowly drawing some stuff. Okay, I'll do whatever things. I'll try and do whatever things I have inspiration for. I have one for the Arctic Ray that I need to finish. I'll see about trying to do that at some point soon, but I'm currently busy trying to work on some upgrades for here, upgrades for the channel. Your Veator has some thoughts, and she wants to iterate on them, but I'm not going to talk about them because I don't want to ruin the surprise. Okay. We're heading the wrong way for deeper. We need to head deeper. But yes, there will be spicy monster girls. So I have a question about monster girls, and Cuttlefish, you have to help me. Cuttlefish, you have to help me. Because what's really weird is I am not I am not gender normative, but I actually don't like know how to talk about non-gender normative things. So let me ask you, Cuttlefish, is it okay to call them monster girl? Or sorry, girl monsters. Is it okay to call them girl monsters? Is that okay if maybe some of them also aren't gender normative? Or is there like a better term for that? Educate me. I'll get you watch time on YouTube for streaming. You want to do art streams there? I don't know. I am absolutely going to. I'm thinking about. I'm looking at a couple. I'm looking at a couple options. But I don't know how I'm going to rotate. Rotate? I can't even talk tonight. I don't know how I'm going to arrange that or where I'm going to go. YouTube is one of them. If it does turn out to be YouTube, expect me to reach out to you. I haven't made that decision yet, though. Babe monsters, monster pinups. Mushroom, absolutely. Okay. So I'm not obviously, as I'm not allowed down on your planet because of how I look. I can pilot. I'm allowed to pilot bioterminals, which are basically human beings. So it's like, think of it like VR, only my VR is your world, right? My VR is your world. And it's part of how we can get funding. So yes, literally aliens are coming to take your jobs. But one of the things I had to do was I actually worked at the Olive Garden using a terminal, and oh my goodness, like that was the divide between the boys and the girls who worked at Olive Garden, right? That was the divide. It was literally, how many breadsticks did you steal when you were on shift? Hey there, Devil Ho. Eat any hunters lately? But that was absolutely the divide. It was a very strange place to work, and I got sexually harassed there a number of times. Oh, it was very strange. Nice. Very nice. Enjoy. So yeah, I guess, yeah, girl isn't about gender. I guess my question is, like, if they are, to be clear, if they are physically female or presenting female shaped, let's say, because I don't know that I can constrain myself to normative sexes, but I think some people are just worried about being in the splash zone when you have Devil Ho dinner. Okay. I like gyno monsters. We'll go with gyno monsters then. I'm gonna start calling them gyno monsters. I'm also really bad at drilling. Like, holy crap, I can't actually seem to penetrate this titanium. This is ridiculous. Like, either it's gently bugged or I'm really bad at drilling. Okay, I got space in my internal inventory. Okay. I don't have a TikTok. I don't actually even understand what TikTok is. Like, okay, Here's the thing, right? I am not a boomer. I'm not a boomer, but like I kinda grew up around boomers, so like I'm like a boomer by adoption, okay? I'm like a boomer by adoption, and like I have trouble with like technology, like new technology and stuff. Which is funny when you consider that I am a trained trained engineer. Like technology is supposed to be what I'm good at, right? But no, of course not. Of course not. I can't deal with tech. I don't know how much of that is that whether or not I'm an idiot though. Funny video make. Yes. Oh, what is that? What is the drill to pierce the heavens? TikTok is kind of like young people vines. So we're gonna have to make it even more basic than this, cuttlefish. What the fuck is a vines? It's funny video make brain go brrr. Funny video make me go. Okay. Someone help me! Something is wrong with me! So what you're saying is that in response to the rise of ADHD because of fractured media, people are making even more fractured media to thus give more people who might have had a chance of not having ADHD develop into full-blown ADHD. Is that what you're saying, Cuttlefish? Ooh, yes, please, this is awesome. You can't take them away from me. You will never take my internets. I will be on the interbuts forever. I live here. Roadwork ahead. If that's a reference to something, I don't get it. I'm so sorry. Isn't it also predominantly watched by people with ADHD symptoms? Oh, Pickle, why would you say that? Why would you say that you hope that it aggravates ADHD symptoms? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to dunk on people with ADHD. One of my favorite people, one of my players has ADHD. Oh, I'm an idiot who doesn't know their needs. I'm so sorry. Well, can I just never have started talking about that, because that's one of those touchy subjects that I feel like, especially when I'm tired and just a little bit out of it, I really probably shouldn't be trying to say anything about. I feel like that's a bad. What even is all of this? That's like, is that naturally forming like that? Roadwork ahead, I sure hope it does. I don't. Oh my god. Oh, I just got that. Whoever came up with that should be ashamed of themselves. Roadwork ahead, I sure hope it does. Wow, okay. Whereas I never watched SpongeBob as a child. One, because it wasn't available. And two, I had a second reason that I've now forgotten. Okay, this is just a little space for all of this stuff to exist, I guess. And up we go. No. As someone with ADHD, you'd be very offended. I never dunk on anyone with AD. The only time I would dunk on someone with ADHD is if they decide to face off with me in the basketball arena. Then it is perfectly appropriate to dunk on people with ADHD or any other thing that anyone might have. Because if you're not dunking on people, oh, you're down here! Hi! Get away! I'm so sick of you! My understanding, and if I'm wrong, let me know. My understanding with things like ADHD and things like that is that it is a neurological predisposition and tendency that you will have some symptoms of regardless, but different types of input, especially when developing, can exacerbate it or result in having stronger symptoms. That's my understanding of it. I might be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, it's a type of neurodivergence. I'm not about to dunk on people with neurodivergence. I am a person with neurodivergence. Like I'm incredibly neurodivergent, just not in that way. Oh my god, no. Like I am scatterbrained, right? I'm not super scatterbrained, but I'm fairly scatterbrained. But I don't have ADHD. I don't have ADHD or what's the other one called? ADD. ADD. It's the new Pokemon from Gen 9. It's the replacement for Indeedee. I'm sorry. That's how my brain works. That's how my brain works, because I'm an idiot. Okay. I don't think I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool. And I don't think I'm an idiot in, like, the classic sense of being very dumb. I just don't think my brain... I don't think my brain functions correctly. I don't really need the Sea Glide out there, do I? I guess it's fine to take. Whatever. No, I actually, funny enough, recently... Really? Okay. That one I did not know. That's actually really cool to know. I did not know that. I did not know that. Thank you. I actually super appreciate knowing that. I did not know that was... Because back when I was looking into ADD and ADHD together, it was considered separate when I heard a lot about it. But here's the thing. Like, more recently, the only thing I've really looked into is ADD. And that was actually so I could help one of the players at my table. Because, like, here's the thing, right? People who have, and they have profound ADHD. Like, and like, it was important to me as their dungeon master to know how I could interact with them and what signs to help look out for and how to structure the games in a way that they could still fully participate and like have fun and make decisions. And so I actually did some research on at least how to navigate it recently, but I didn't actually look into the neuromechanics of it again recently. You know, I absolutely will believe you, but I barely have time to read stuff. See, that's actually okay. So I don't mean any offense by it. I don't mean like that it's cool. That's a really cool fact. That's a really cool fact. Yeah, the person who has a profound neurodivergence is going to throw shade at ADHD. Because I don't know if I can say, like, because I don't know how to quantify it, but, like it's, like, I know that I have, my neurodivergence is, from what I understand, like, one of the most profound types of neurodivergence that like exists in sapient minds. So like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna throw shade at all of you guys. If I was the type of asshole who was like the less neurodivergent the better, then even by that metric, like people with ADHD are doing they're doing better than I am. That would be such an idiot thing. It's like it's like there was a sketch about someone who was blind and they were blind and they were black, but they were a member of the KKK, and they because no one told them they were black. It was a great little skit. Are you serious? That's insane. Ah, you guys, you know what's really funny to me is how little your species. That is a Chappelle show. Thank you. I couldn't quite remember. It's how little your species invests in neuro in like neurological sciences. Like you would think that you guys would actually really like super want to know how your brain works. That you could, you know, do stuff to help it. But nah, let's invest more medical research into things like, I don't know, cosmetic surgeries, many of which endanger people for decades to come. Thought we did what? Yeah, basically. And that is like funny enough, that's legitimately one of the issues is that and it's interesting, like, because a lot of funding goes towards medication to suppress or alter certain aspects of the brain, but there's not a lot of studies into how the brain actually functions and how to change basic neural functioning, which would be what you'd need to do to actually approach the problem from like a holistic standpoint.
In this environment are confusing my senses, and yet I feel certain there is something important below.
Oh, hey.
A facility
Okay.
or a body component.
Like you're that's what you need to treat it holistically. But like that's not what gets a lot, like, yes, you're right, plenty of wealth and resources goes towards neurological issues, but most of it goes towards finding medication that produces better results rather than looking to looking at the actual functionality and seeking to look in how you alter and reshape different neurological functionings. Basically, yeah. I mean, sort of. One of the problems is that what it is the acceptable losses concept, right? So society has a concept, and it is functional, but deeply, frankly, it's obscene, in my opinion, but it's the idea that we can't help everyone. So what we do is we look at the pathway that lets us try and make the widest number of people productive according to what productive means in a society. Not all societies take this approach, but this is fairly endemic towards largely late-stage corporation-based capitalism. Capitalism itself is not inherently an issue, but corporation-based capitalism seems to be inherently destructive towards human beings, for a lot of reasons that we'll talk about in a minute. But what it does is it's looking to try and find the optimum, the most cost-effective solution to make the majority of people, because the majority of people don't have profound issues. They have moderate, they have mild to severe issues. And if we find ways that we can insert chemicals into them to cause them to add value to the principal purpose of our society, in the case of yours, corporations, then we have succeeded, and those that we can't help are considered acceptable losses in that field from the perspective of, well, it's just not cost effective to try and find a way to assist them. So, I mean, ultimately, yes, it's about making good little cogs. Every society that goes beyond... What's an Ushanka? Every society that goes beyond a certain size looks to make cogs to a certain extent. But that doesn't actually affect productivity in a direct way, interestingly. Lead poisoning has some very interesting effects. Eat the E? Much love to you, Pickle. Stay safe out there. Be good to yourself. I have no idea what Eat the E is. If someone wants to tell me what Eat the E is, you can let me know. And I'll try to answer that, but I don't know. Oh, it saw me, didn't it? I don't think you need to eat... I don't think you need my permission to eat your rich. I don't think you need my permission to eat your rich. I think that's a personal choice. But there are cultures that do engage in what you might consider cannibalism for various reasons. So I'm not going to judge you for that. Right. Let me just pull on my Ushanka and squat shoes. On some crocodile and gammon. No, actually, because well, don't let me start talking about Soviet Russia, because I appreciate that it may seem like I am a tanky. I am not a tanky. Soviet Russia was an insane hellhole that didn't live up to any, even close to any of its, promises or, proposed or purported concepts. And you can't judge a society based on what values it claims to have. You have to judge a society based on the values that it actually espouses in its media and that it actually propagates through its actions. Oh, no, please go away. Okay, I wasn't being prepared to turn around. Oh, are you really gonna make me do this? Okay. Oh, I have no water. Okay. I found out where I need to go. I need to get some water first, and then we'll go down. Ever deeper. Deeper. It's not a question, it's a command. It's also the major objective in Subnautica, which may be part of why I like it so much. Okay, start talking about Soviet Russia. What can I even say about Soviet Russia? The entire thing claims to be based off of... There's a good little cuttlefish. Thank you. Okay. I got derailed. I had promised to do something and I'd forgotten what the hell I was on about. Let me see. Right, start talking about Soviet Russia. Start talking about Soviet Russia. Okay. Where do I even begin? I actually have a friend who is from Soviet Russia, whose family had to flee Soviet Russia when they were younger. And that is because Soviet Russia.
Seek fluid.
Oh my! Now that's an author. We'll talk later. We will have a discussion on that topic later. But that's oh, I should take the spare. That is an author. I don't know. Well, yeah, but anyway. Why did you drain both power cells at the same rate? What is wrong with you? Okay, sure. Let's get on with it. So no, that's not what Soviet Russia is. Let's be clear. Soviet Russia was not a communist state. It claimed communism, and it forever basically like tarnished that conceptually, right? Hooray for potato. Oh, I want some potatoes, but I want like Oregon potatoes. We'll talk about that another time. I do have the recipe for ion batteries. I just haven't made any yet. So, what the Soviet Union was, it was actually a totalitarian state in which the state acted as a single capitalist entity, that controlled the entire local market. Hello, rock boy, rock girl. Hello, rock thing. Nice to see you, Garuki. I am glad you stopped by. I am gonna try and come by and check you out at some point. Thank you so much for coming by. Good luck out there at work. Thank you for the lurk. Mochi, they're your sweetheart, right? What do their pronouns be? As I go on a further rant about Soviet Russia. Okay, so Soviet Russia was hilariously much closer to an end-state capitalism society than like anything else. It was a one-market, one-supplier capitalism, but it ran itself as a single entity in which the state was also the sole viable company and the sole viable market. Can I take that in here? No, I can't. Okay. This led basically to a complete top-down, a command economy, which there is nothing wrong with a certain degree of government command economy inside certain limited sectors that need to be highly regulated and need to be highly available to the general populace of a country, right? Nothing wrong with that. However, when your entire economy is run basically because the government says go and build this, it means that your money and your monetary value has no direct connection to anything that actually has meaning, I guess is a good way to put it.
You will be able to construct bionic organs with
And so what it does is that even if it can make it work perfectly
our designs.
viably,
Given your current location, I think they could still be improved.
Your feedback has been noted.
um,
We've scanned all the components we need to make a storage body.
Are you excited?
Using the chemical compounds available in your body, I am able to approximate what you might call cautious optimism.
where was I? Right, so what this means is that while things may be able to operate internally, countries that means you have one of two scenarios in which a country has to supply everything for itself and create a high enough demand to meet that supply, or a country has to have, or a country is going to eventually buckle to external economic pressures, like what happened with the Soviet Union. Makes sense. So the Soviet Union was like, it was an ill-conceived notion from the get-go. I'd also like to point out that it can't be communist because the Soviet Union almost immediately formed an oligarchical totalitarianism, because that's what people like, I forget their proper title, but like Stalin and his cabinet and the Russian oligarchs are. Like, they have oligarch in the name. So that's like my little rant on Soviet Russia. That's my little rant on Soviet Russia. It's like, yeah. Because the thing is, call it Soviet if you like. I think Soviet might be viable. I'm not sure. I think Soviet's an adjective, but I'm not 100% sure how Soviet's used. But it was never communist. It was never communist. Like, as far as I know, I have never actually seen communism be enacted on your planet. If you're wondering, is she espousing communism? The answer is no, not really. I just have never seen it. You might want to give it a try. I don't think it'd be any worse than what you have going on right now, frankly. I'm not sure that makes sense, maybe. And here's why I'm not sure that makes sense. Technocratic suggests that it was in some part. And, oh, come on, no, go away, stop it. Oh. Suggested, oh, I'm about to. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. Where's the battery? Okay. Battery? Okay, there we go. Christopher lives! Christopher will live! Okay, Christopher will live. Where is it? Right, sorry. Also, hi matey. I'm really tired, and I have had my first proper rest since in a week. And I've had a really busy day, so pardon me if I'm going bananas, okay? Okay, Christopher lives. It lives. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. But a technocratic suggests to my mind a technocracy. I thought technocracy was the, okay, so I'm going to assume that you know what the hell you're talking about, and that I was wrong, okay? So going by that, I still think no. I still don't think they would necessarily be more productive, because, I mean, have you met human beings? You guys are kind of like this. But that said, oh, hi, Alan. You absolute hack of a plot device.
Great. What's get you out of my head.
First, you must find the fabrication facility. It is concealed at some depths.
Fabrication facility. So you planned on needing to make new bodies?
It is a standard medical facility.
A medical facility where you just replace your whole body when it wears out?
That's because...
Sounds a little beyond standard.
Why are you... Robin, you're supposed to be a xenologist. Why is everyone in this game an idiot?
Like me?
I am a scientist now.
So what happened? Your team found the vaccine and then...
Please, Robin, you have the components. Find the facility and construct the body.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna get back to other stuff in a minute.
Topic.
I'm gonna get back to other stuff in a minute. But this is making me so mad. Why is everyone an idiot, right? Like, okay, like I'm not being mean here, am I? Am I being mean to her? Like, if you're a scientist and like you understand that this is a species that like use that have the technology to grow bodies, and they why are you treating the player like an idiot? If I'm playing the game, why would I not understand this at this point in time? I am not an idiot. I'm not easy. I'm just a little unwell. No, I disagree. Oh, I was going to say, well, none of my cuddlefish are idiots. This is below zero, and I'll try and explain. So this is the standalone expansion pack for Subnautica. Okay, let's identify that first. Second of all, Robin was saying that it couldn't be a standard medical facility if it was about replacing the body, when the architects or the precursors or the people who built the Halo rings, I don't know, whatever the fuck they're called, it's a really dumb name, but it's the kind of name that works. It's a really dumb... It's a dumb thing that I'm... This is so gross! What? Okay. Now I'm mad about like 3 things at once, and I feel like my head is going to explode. Okay, what can... Okay, let's try and be orderly about how we're going to be mad, okay? Let's get back to the story. So you have the people who built the Halo rings, and they died out, and they had to cure a virus, and they were super advanced, and they made half living, half technology bodies for themselves. And she has one of their consciousnesses implanted in her head. I'm not gonna question... Okay. Oh. I can't breathe anymore. I'm so tired. Okay. They had bodies. They had bodies that were half machine, half organic. So they made very comprehensive cybernetic Leviathan. No, they're not Leviathan. Cybernetic flesh body things, whatever's, okay? They made bodies that had technology in them. They made cyborg bodies for themselves, okay? Okay. Motherfucker, will you leave me alone? Holy shit. Okay. And Alan was saying, they were saying that we need to find a medical facility, a standard medical facility, to grow them a new body. And Robin, who was supposed to be a scientist who specializes in aliens and who's supposed to be able to start to grasp and understand like alien concepts, right? Goes, wow, isn't that way too advanced for a standard, for like a standard medical facility? And I'm like, Motherfucker, have you been paying any goddamn attention to anything that Alan has been saying? It lists earlier that she got a nomination. Like, unless she, like, fucked her way into getting nominated for, like, a scientific award, then supposedly she's a good scientist. And it's like... Be intelligent! And, like, Alan is also supposed to be a scientist, and, like, Alan's clearly a moron! And it's like, why? Why aren't these people, why do these people have no understanding of, like, anything else that exists in the world? Like, you guys are humans, you haven't even made it to space yet, and you can understand this. If my cuttlefish can get this, then surely someone who's supposed to be, like, 4,000 years in the future, where they already have cybernetics, is, like, supposed to have, like, a concept of this. Like, I love this game, but I'm so sick of its story. Yes, you did. Sorry. The moon doesn't count as outer space. The moon is still within the orbit of your home planet. That moon is closer to you than the outer orbit of your planet that is not making it into space. It's within your planet's gravity well. That is not space. That is going down the street to your local chemist. By space standards. Look, I appreciate it was a huge milestone. And well done, you. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do with the moon, because I feel like it could be very helpful to you in the long run if you actually mean to get into space. Oh, I'm sorry. I love this game. I love this game so much, and I'm so mad at its plot. I'm so mad. Because it's so dumb. And it's not just that it's dumb. It's not just that it's dumb. It's that it's trying to be smart. If it was just being dumb, then I would be okay with it. But it's trying to be smart and trying to act like it is, you know, being thoughtful. I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of vampires on the moon. Now, it's possible, in theory, that a vampire who is a corpse and thusly is not as subject to the rigors of decompression or the need for a large number of the niceties of, where the hell am I? A large number of the niceties of, you know, that you enjoy as biological organisms. It's entirely possible that that there may in fact be a vampire on the moon. Oh, you guys actually know about those. Thank fuck. I can stop pretending to hide that from you. Okay, there was another reason why I was super angry. There were like two other reasons, and I don't remember them. There were two other reasons I was deeply, deeply angry, and I don't remember them. That might be for the best. No, wait, I remember one of them. I remember one of them. And it's the fact that they gave in and decided to make a vagina dentata monster. Like, that's just, why did you have to go for that? Okay. Like, here's my question. Like, here's the thing. I'm about to go on a rant. And I'd like to make it clear ahead of time that I am not taking a side in this giant-ass fucking debate that I think is really, really, really dumb. Okay? I am not taking a side for that. I do too. The artists had so many awesome and clever designs. And they're like, yes, this is the one. This is the one we use. They're a weirdo, but I mean, look who's talking, right? Okay, so here is the thing. Here is the thing about the whole vagina dentate thing. And why it's so dumb. And and because like basically what you're telling me is that you think the scariest thing possible is to be face to face with the female sexual organs. That is apparently the biggest, like, most terrifying thing possible. And you are afraid that because new life forms on your planet come out of them, that somehow they will turn evil and that new life forms, it will suddenly have a desire to intake life forms back into them. All I can say about the person who thought that up is, did you ever wonder why you don't get any? Did you ever wonder why you don't fuck? Because I might have some ideas or suggestions as to why that's a problem for you. Just a few. Because if that, like, why? That's your fear? That's the giant horror for the ages? Okay, you know what? I'm not surprised. The ancient... Okay, let's be clear here. And I promise we'll get back to the whole technocratic thing at some point later on. The Greeks had mother issues, okay? I'm gonna come up flat out and say it. Like, you guys who keep talking about, oh yes, Western society is built on the achievements of the ancient Greeks and Romans. You guys need to take a long, hard look at the Greeks and Romans, okay? Like a super long, hard look at their social practices, at their mythology, at their philosophical and cultural beliefs. And you need to really assess whether or not that these are the people you feel should represent you. Because here's a hint, any culture that believes human urine is mouthwash, maybe should not be a culture to aspire to emulate. Or that pigeon dung is shampoo, okay? These were important social practices. These were important social practices among the Greeks and Romans. Be very careful who your heroes are, cuttlefish. Be very careful. Oh, good heavens. Yeah, humans just have mother issues. Yeah, no, okay, let me... You know what they also had? You know what they also had? Solid lead water pipes. They were too busy with a lot of stuff, including but not limited to building special restaurants with vomitoriums so that when you ate too much, you could throw up to continue to eat too much. Like that, if that doesn't just say it all, fuck yeah. Okay, if that doesn't just say it all, what was a myth? What was a myth?
Fluid intake.
Okay, so here's the thing. Vomitoriums were not a widespread phenomenon. What vomitorium... okay, you know, there's a class of people who you know how there's a class of people who are called, how would you describe them? The bored rich, like the rich people who literally have nothing better to do with their lives. Okay, Yuzu, here's the thing. Yes, there absolutely were structures that were called vomitoriums. However, there were also actual vomitoriums that weren't called that. I believe they were called something else, that the super bored wealthy people would go to just like eat all day, and then they would like puke and then keep eating. I don't know why. I think it was like some great display of wealth. I want to say that was the case, but I don't know exactly what, like, the reasoning behind this was. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I have, very occasionally, been known to be wrong before. But I don't believe so. I don't believe so, but I could be wrong. Okay, yes, the people who did this were Saturninians? Absolutely, go for it. I can't promise you'll like the answer, but I'll do my best. Yeah, this is a safe space. You can ask anything here, Cuttlefish. The worst I'm gonna do is tell you that I won't answer it, right? Go ahead. What makes you uncomfortable? Okay, I am in two minds of this. On one hand, this is an incredible, amazing artistic display, and it's frankly just like so cool that that this is being done. Like, I love everything about this, right? On the other hand, occasionally seeing a knife taken to them deeply upsets me. So that is my opinion on that, basically. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, keep baking them, I guess. Keep baking them. I think they're rad, but, you know, don't necessarily show me all of them. An interesting thing about Rome, though, that's, like, really fascinating is, like, you think it's weird for like, claiming Rome as a heritage, the being against homosexuality is really strange, because they were super into that. In a weird way. Okay, I say they were super into that. As far as I can tell from everything I've read, it's not that they were super into homosexuality, like dude on dude, right? Male homosexuality. Not if they were super into it, they were just super not into women. Like, they basically, like, opted out of sex with women because you didn't want to have sex with... Yeah, kind of, yeah. And this led to a very... Because women are evil. Not literally. Roman thought women are evil. Therefore, the less you have to do with them, the better. What's... Yes, so misogynistic you end up gay. What I find really funny is that because of this, in a weird way, they were absolutely on board with female homosexuality, because what does it matter what two women do? It's just double the evil. Just back away and leave it alone. They weren't even like, oh, hey, it's two women. It's like, no, back away, that's double evil. Don't get involved. That's a good attitude. That's a good attitude. Alternatively, you could just go in the ocean. Alternatively, you could just go in the ocean. That's great. Okay. All right. Can I stack that? All flavors of human equally tasty. You know, I have to admit, I have much the same approach to humanity, although I haven't had a chance to sample any. I kind of don't want to. I kind of don't want to, but I enjoy all types of humans. Like, despite what you guys think, aliens don't really want to eat your brains. And for those of you who think that, if aliens were inclined to, hashtag eat brain, don't you think they'd go for someone, maybe a little higher up the food chain, intellectually speaking? Just spitballing that. So is it just the brain? Is it just the brain? Or is it like all of them? I think we have a zombie in the audience. Can the zombies in the audience answer that? Is it just the brain or is it the whole person? Yeah. The thing is, that's not a human unique thing. Every species that discovers something that is mildly toxic but gently fucks them up absolutely gets into it. So I can't regrow my neural cortexes, so maybe you could do me a favor and not nosh on my brains. Thank you. Yeah, you know what's awful? You know what's awful? Like, you know what's awful? Is that I do too. I do too. I'm way into the flavor of pain, but like I can't do it. My body just will be like, nope, I am not built for the physiology to handle that at all. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I have to make that the advanced. I need a plasteel ingot. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can do that. We can do that. That's easy. Speaking of hunger. Yes. Okay. My favorite food from your planet, hands down. And this is gonna make myself so sad. I'm gonna do it for you anyway. My favorite food from your world, hands down, is a thing called Palak Paneer. Super spicy Palak Paneer. Why is your brain turning into mush? What's happening? My brain, I think, has been mush from the start of this, so, like, I couldn't comment. Like, I've had one of those days. You know what else is really crazy? And you know one of the other reasons why the Greeks absolutely had mommy issues? Look at how many of their monsters are basically just women who would today be classified as furries. They were hyper-fertile furry women who kept giving birth to, like, feral monster kids. Like, there's like a solid dozen of them, right? And the only conclusion of this is either they really had a huge, like, mommy issue, or that was someone's fetish. I don't see any other reads of that, right? Like, there's nothing else that could be, right? I mean, I am well into it. But you skipped part of it. You skipped a part of it. You skipped the hyper-fertile part of it. Actually, that's come back around, hasn't it? In the form of... I think this is my first time saying this, so I can never say I haven't said this before. In the form of submissive and breedable. Well, that came through far too late to stop me. Don't you love that, like, 3 to 5 second delay? Is that a quote, maybe? You'll have to tell me whose that is sometime. You'll have to tell me whose that is sometime. Well, that's why you're here, right? That's why you're here. Oh, good. I can put things in between there. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna apologize that this is such a cursed stream. Like, this is today. This is today for me. This is this is my today, and you guys are just have the unfortunate pleasure of being here. No preg, only breed. Yeah, that sounds like someone I know. Are you gonna be okay? Are you gonna be okay? One of you said you're dying out there, that your brain's turning to, that your brain's shutting down. Are you all right? Do you need help? It's a meme from iFunny. I don't even know what iFunny is. I assume it's something like TikTok. But, like, I'm probably wrong. Oops. Why would you want to set an orphanage on fire? So what's funny, what's weird about Twitch, and it's TOS stuff, okay? What's weird about Twitch and its TOS stuff is that Twitch doesn't really care what you talk about, mostly, just what you look like. It's a very strange thing. Like, Twitch's big thing is you can't make prawns, is basically the thing that they say. You also cannot I also not allowed to interact with you in a manner that suggests a sexual connection between the two of us. Make everything political. Interesting. That's, like, politics is a very interesting word when you think about it. Yeah, basically, no ERP. Politics means, like the ways of the city or something like that, I want to say. I'm not always good with these words. But yeah. Okay, I think, I'm gonna try and find that facility. I'm just, you know, doing some stuff getting this together. I mean, Brandon, you kind of are. Like, I don't know how to tell you this, but you kind of are doing something stupid right now. I mean, you're spending time with me. Oh. But I'm glad you are. But I mean, if that's not stupid, I don't know what is. Okay. Tyler? You kind of remind me of that Ramones song, though. 24 hours ago, I wanna be sedated. I like Ramones songs because I can sing Ramones songs just as well as the Ramones can. And that makes me very happy. Well, okay, you know what? Well, so one, thank you so much, Brandon. That's very sweet. Two, maybe we're doing this. We are doing what is in your fridge. If you're on board with me, you start telling me what's in your fridge, and we're gonna decide what you're eating for dinner tonight. Like, I want to do this. If you're in on it, let's go. I want to do this. Are you with me on this? What is a tomatillos? I used to know what that was. Tomatillos, frozen breakfast sausage in the freezer. Uh, I'm sorry to hear you're stuck at work for 2.5 hours. Uh, I don't think I'll make it with you the whole time. I'll try and brighten you up as much as possible. Yes, I remembered what they were right before you said it. Or that is what I will claim, because I feel like that makes me either look much smarter or desperate. I think I think I'm okay with either outlook at the moment. Okay, okay. For real though, for reals, for serious. Bunch of sauces. What do you have in terms of spices? What you got in terms of spices? Got like a little cumin around, like cumin seed. Maybe just a pinch of coriander, maybe some chili powder. Okay, okay, so here's, do you know how to cook? As in, do you know like the very basics of like saute, that kind of stuff? Do you know how to do that? Okay, okay. Do you have, what kind of oil do you have? What kind of oil do you have? Because here's what you're gonna do. If you have olive oil, I recommend some olive oil. What you're gonna do, and okay, you're gonna take olive oil. Excellent, olive oil. So I don't know how you de-thaw. I don't know how you de-thaw breakfast sausages when they're meat, because I don't eat I don't really eat meat. So I don't. Oh, so side note. Oh, ow, party outside in the heat. Oh, I'm so sorry. No wonder your brain's melting. Okay, so here's the thing. You're gonna take you're gonna take your ingredients. You're gonna get some olive oil. You're gonna get some olive oil. You are going to get a little bit of cumin, a little bit of like chili powder. If you don't have chili powder, get a little bit of cumin, get a little bit of coriander, get a little bit of red pepper flakes. And what you're going to do is you're going to get the sausage ready to fry. Like you're going to want to be breaking it up, frying in the pan. And what you're going to do is you're going to put some olive oil in. You're going to put your spices in. If you have seeds, then you put them in like a couple minutes early to sizzle in the oil for a minute or two. If you have the powder, then you put it in right before you put in the other ingredients so that it doesn't burn. And then you're going to start sauteing the sausage. Make sure it's cooked pretty thoroughly. Don't want any trouble with that. And then what you're going to do is you are going to fold in the tomatillas into the sausage. Ooh, breakfast sausage. I assume they're just meat patties. I assume they're meat patties. Do they have seasoning in them? Because if they have seasoning in them, that might not work. Oh dear. Okay. I will have a talk with the folks in Weather Control for you. I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. If it's just like salt and pepper, you should be fine. Oops. If it's just salt and pepper, you should be fine. That still should be okay. A little clove should be fine because they have that goes in most chili powders anyway in small amount. So it should be able to blend fine in it. Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, we are dedicating part of this stream, I guess, to cooking. I don't know how this happened, but here we are. I don't know if you guys like cooking or not. I love food. I love food so much. I love food so much. That gives me an idea. That gives me an idea about something upcoming, but I'll worry about that later. Salt, pepper, sage, thyme, fennel, red pepper flakes, nutmeg. I can't eat, no, sadly I can't eat most of it. It's very sad. It's very sad. Yeah, if you have some rice, you could do like this, like, what do you think? Like a like a Tex-Mex kind of like fry up? Because that's what I'm thinking. That's 100% what I'm thinking. Spicy and southwestern and like, especially if you have cheese. If you don't have cheese, that's fine. You don't have to do cheese. Sleeper module. I kind of need more, storage module too.
Seek fluid intake.
Okay. Oh, ew, oh, I'm so sorry. I cannot condone queso. Like, go if that's your bliss, follow it. But it's not about the texture. The texture heaves me out for queso. You're thinking more of a save. I think Yuzu is thinking of more of a savory thing. I think Yuzu's thinking more of a savory thing, which could also work. But if you do the savory, don't do the chili powder. Don't do the chili powder if you're going to do a savory. Yeah, herbs de Provence. Actually, if you roll into that, do some rosemary, some herbs de Provence. What else can you do with that? If you have garlic powder, throw in some garlic powder. Some onion powder would be really good in there as well. Yeah. All wonderful suggestions. I was going in a completely different direction, but like I didn't know it had those flavors in it for the breakfast sausage. I assumed it was just like a meat patty. Yeah, onion with the sausage. Yes, do it. Do it, put the rice in it. Oh, look at this. We have an even longer boy. Time to go update the chart. I'm kind of low on water. You could do pasta instead of rice too, if you had pasta. But yes, a long boy. Have another segment. 12 tons of cheeses. I can't eat most cheese, but I'm actually kind of okay with that. I haven't eaten cheese for so long that I actually find it kind of most of it kind of disgusting now. Like, it's weird. Absolutely not. Like, follow your bliss, right? Okay, Jif, Joff, Joof, Jif, Joff, Jif, Joff, Jeff. Jeff. hang on. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Jiff, Joff, Jeff, Juve, Jack, I think? Okay. The second. That's incredible. That's absurd that you just know a guy you can get that from. So what's in it, since you have the ability to know that? Oh dear, that's Flynn. Hang on. What's in it? Oh, good heavens. I'm gently baking, Cuttlefish. I'm gently baking. Whew. Hot as all hell over here because I had to disassemble part of my temperature controls to clean them earlier. So now I don't have any way to dissipate heat from my unit. It's the MSG that gives it the flavor. The MSG gives it the flavor. Okay. MSG is pretty delightful. Fairy powder? I like that. Don't know, fuck yes. I can still eat seaweed. I love seaweed. It's actually super bad for you, though, because of mercury concentration, because of what the hell you've been doing to your oceans down there. Oh my god, why? Let me see. Yeah, it's a little heavy metal. Well, hey, at least that means you're getting your daily dose of blue oyster, right? I should be outlawed for that. I should be outlawed for that. So, for those of you who don't know, Blue Oyster Cult is one of the bands that provided music for the adult animation heavy metal. That's crazy. That's nutty. Huh. That's interesting. Ooh, citric acid. Oh, fucking hell. I was just at the dispensary. Cuttlefish. And you know what I forgot to look for from the dispensary? I forgot to look and see if I could requisition some sauerkraut. Oh, come on. I didn't put it on the list, that's why. It's been a day. Yep, rip sauerkraut. Because I can't actually eat regular sauerkraut, but there's a type of sauerkraut that's made using lactic acid that I can eat, that I enjoy. Oh, hell. Oh, well. Problem solved. What kind of pizza? I can't eat pizza. I can't eat pizza anymore. So you need to indulge me and you need to... Oh, I can't imagine tastiness with that. I can't imagine tasty goodness with that. Pizza would be amazing right now. I I have like almost no thoughts on Hawaiian pizza. Isn't Well, I mean, frankly, like there's only one actual kind of pizza, and isn't it like this weird like goat cheese flatbread thing like officially? Like isn't like the only official pizza like this like weird goat cheese flatbread thing? I seem to remember hearing that at some point. Which one's Neapolitan? Is that the tomatoes, basil, and like mozzarella slices? Is that one? Oh hell. Okay. What is buffalo cheese? I've never even heard of buffalo cheese. I mean, are you asking if I've ever encountered someone who, on meeting them, I hated them, and as I continued to know them, I continued to hate them? Is that what the question is? Because, yeah, that answer is a definite yes. Like, I've met plenty of people who I absolutely do not enjoy. um, I've met plenty of people who I absolutely do not enjoy. Um, yeah, hate might be strong. I don't know. Uh, I definitely, I definitely had some, I definitely had those managers where it's like, man. Okay, fiber mesh, titanium, okay. Yeah, that's always difficult. I wish I could say I understood that. I admit I don't actually understand that statement. I'm sorry. Okay. It is, sadly. I think part of it is because of the personality type who becomes a manager, as well as manager training. I have been in manager training courses before, and the thing about manager training courses is that one of the first things they teach you is that employees aren't capable of doing anything without your existence. So therefore, they should all be very grateful that you're taking the time and effort to help them. And like this sounds ridiculous, right? But this is like legit, like actual manager training that I've had. I can't, I don't know if it was designed by sociopaths, but it's definitely designed for sociopaths. It's definitely designed for sociopaths. What advanced material can I make right now? Okay, synthetic fibers, that's fine. Oh, I should be making some aerogel, though. I should make some aerogel. I can just plant those. Yeah. Because really, I mean, there's a lot of problems here, right? But one of the, okay. Crap. And yet they just won't leave you alone, huh? They just won't leave you alone. Yeah, I've had a boss like that once. I had a manager where, oh boy. So, we had something that was due to go out for release. And, I was performing QA on this. I was like, hey, this isn't ready. And people told me, well, it's gotta go out now. And I'm like, it's going to break if we actually release this. And so it's like we have to release it. Like the boss wants this released, right? The boss wants this released. And so I'm like, I guess they're the boss, whatever. So I sit down, I write a communique to the boss. I'm like, this thing that you want released is not ready for release and is going to break. Please confirm that you would like this released. They send me back an email where it's like, yes, absolutely, release it. This has to go out today. And I'm like, okay, you have confirmed that it's going to go out, right? Like, I told you that it's not ready for release, and you're like, it's gotta go, so I guess it's gotta go, right? So, that was the end of it for that week. Next week, I'm seated down, and, like, I'm working, and suddenly the door slams to the area that I'm in, and I just hear like someone bellowing, like and it was something I can't quite remember. It's something like, "Where the fuck are they?" And it's like, what? And like literally, like they just come storming over, and they're behind me, and they're just swearing, and they enter the department, they enter where I'm working, and they look between me and my colleague, and they go, "Who released this?" And I'm like, I released it, because it was like, who did the release for this? It's like, I did the release for this, and they're standing like literally like a couple inches away from my chair. They are swearing and screaming into my ear, threatening to take my, like, threatening to fire me, everything like that. Like, they are saying that this is going to be my last day there, and I, the only thing I can do is I pull up the email that I sent to them, and eventually they're like, well, what do you have to say for yourself? And all I do is I just point at the email, and eventually he follows my finger to the monitor, reads what's on the display, and then just silently walks away. No acknowledgement, No apology, nothing. Just turns and silently walks away. And ever since then, I have always believed that the less I interact with management, the better things are. And yet, that's the thing. Companies like to try not to hire people to try and keep their profit margins as high as possible, when, like, they would run a lot better if they would just put on a few additional staff. I need, But no. And the problem is, hang on. I need to get my Ushanka. I need to get new Ushanka. But let's pretend I put my Ushanka back on. The big problem is that companies are an entity whose sole raison d'etre is to acquire money. Nothing else matters to the company, and the individuals who run the company become a part of this corporate attitude. And thusly, the only thing that matters to them is how much money the company makes and how much money they make. Someone once said, and I found it interesting, that they believed that companies, because companies were being made by evil people. And I disagree. I think that companies, the way they are designed currently, makes anyone evil who follows the standard corporate practices. Because I don't think standard corporate practices leads to anything but doing evil. All right, good night, Yuzu. It's been wonderful to have you. I don't know how much longer I'm staying up myself. It's been a day, right? It's been a day. I want to at least stay around until maybe he gets back. So maybe I can actually answer that question for you. Because as I've mentioned before, we're not allowed to just take things out of your economy without paying for it. What this means is that in our off time, we have to secure terminal access and pretend to be human via long distance and work for companies. And the reason why they do this actually has to do with the idea of social control. Because the big problem is that management for remote companies puts them in a position where managers no longer have social or emotional control directly over their employees' lives. And because of the way management is trained and works, this makes management basically freak out. Like, they don't like this, they can't deal with it. They have no idea what to do with any of this, right? So, to compensate, they start trying to force their employees to be as available to them as regularly as possible. That's why suddenly, like, you miss a meeting or two in person, no big deal. No manager really cares unless they want to have a reason to get on you. They're just like, yeah, it happens sometimes. Let me just do some other stuff to gently assert my dominance, right? But they can't assert dominance in a direct way if you don't exist. And this drives them bonkers. Because that's how they interact with other human beings. Like, don't get me wrong. I am not saying you should like be, oh, poor manager, I understand you, therefore I'm gonna be nice. No, no, they are abusive and they are being ridiculous, right? And let me be clear, if you are a manager and you're not like that, congratulations, and I'm very proud of you, but you are one of the rare ones. You're one of the rare ones. And you probably, and if you've had any experience working, you probably understand that. But that's why there's so much emphasis on this really tight, really scheduled and regulated arrival and departure from workspace, is because that's the equivalent of them coming behind your desk and standing behind you for a few minutes to reassert that they are the ones in charge here. And the thing is, when you remove any other barriers and any other distractions from that behavior, it starts to become real obvious that that is what is occurring. You know? And no worries, no worries. No worries with the lurking. I'm happy to have you people here, even if they're just lurking. But yeah, that's what's going on. That is them feeling out of control and exerting social and economic pressure on you however they can to reaffirm to themselves that they still own you. Whether they think of owning you directly or as an indirect form that they own you via the company. And now you know. This is also why unions are so despised. Don't get me wrong, unions have had so many issues in the past, right? I don't want to ignore or overlook the fact that unions can potentially become just as abusive and domineering as corporations, right? But this is why there is all this pushback against forming a union wherever a union does not exist. And that's because unions grant employees not even the same level of power, but a level of push and force that is similar to what a company can exert on its employees. And this attempt to move power to something closer to a balance is deeply upsetting to anyone who likes to abuse imbalances of power. Also, whoever said that bit about if there's a job that can be done without a manager, the manager is a useless person. Yes, 100% yes. And this is kind of the issue. This is kind of the big issue. Is that management is useful, okay? But management is not something you need a lot of. It is a specialized role. You know, if you've noticed, generally speaking, a company only hires a small number of specialists to perform in a given role. If you're tasking your managers with other roles beyond that of helping to assist and manage personnel, then you need to make sure that you are not accidentally understaffing those other roles you're having managers perform, or are not making it so that managers are doing a bad job at both of the roles you now require them to do. Again, I don't know that I'm in anything. I don't know that I'm in anything, and this is honestly part of why I feel like I have a lot of trouble getting on with a lot of people that I encounter and that I happen to see, whether up close or through one of the monitoring windows in the tank, is that people seem to like, and humans especially, like to be tribal about viewpoints a lot, especially at least in the cultures that I am responsible for observing. And I don't believe, usually if there's a conflict, I don't usually believe in either side. And this can upset a lot of people. Obviously, if one side is being ridiculously horrible, then obviously I'm going to stand with the other side, because, I mean, if one side of the argument is making, say, threats of violence against the other side, then I'm going to have to stand with the other side because you guys are being horrible and inhumane, for want of a better word. But apart from that, I don't like to pick sides because I feel the truth, in as much as we can ever know anything approaching the truth, is more nuanced than an argument, than a single condensed argument, yay or nay. Like, here's a great example, right? Being transitioning for transsexuals or people who are transitioning for a long time was described kind of as the end goal of transsexuality. And the truth is that, and some people said that transsexuals, you know, should never transition. And the truth is honestly somewhere there in the middle. You can't say anything relating to people is just a binary yes or no. Even people who are like, well, but I am a yes or no kind of person. That's fine to say. And it's fine to appreciate having definitiveness or having a known answer. But a known answer can, for one situation, cannot and should not apply to all of them. It's just kind of common sense. It's like, I know what it's like. It's like nutmeg. You wouldn't put nutmeg in every food you made, right? Please tell me you wouldn't. Please tell me you wouldn't. I need to know that you wouldn't. Nutmeg is a very important, very, very tasty spice, but it doesn't belong in absolutely everything. Well, the thing is, some spices are what are called universal spices. What's hilarious is there's a spice on your world that is called allspice because people believe you could put it in everything, or rather, I should say, the English believed you could put it in everything, and so they decided to name it allspice. And I don't know if you had allspice, but it does not belong in everything. It's kind of like a mix of like pepper, sugar, and like clove, and maybe nutmeg. It has a really strong flavor and a very unique one, and it absolutely does not belong in everything. But yeah, exactly. Like salt could be put in most things, right? Pepper could be put in most things because pepper is mostly just capsaicin, is what you react to for flavor. Right? But see, a lot of things, not everything. Like, I love garlic. I probably eat enough garlic that you could probably use my blood to ward off vampires, which I can neither confirm nor deny as being real. But you could probably, if vampires were real, you could use my blood to ward them off. Like, that is the level of garlic that I enjoy, right? But I don't put garlic in everything. Like, it just wouldn't work. That doesn't, you cannot have a single solution to everything. Activision Blizzard Activision Blizzard recently promoted their new their new character diversity inclusivity metric tool. And it is amazing because it is the dumbest, the worst thing I've ever seen. It is my and this is the problem with saying that we can have one simple solution. This is why this doesn't work, because the one simple solution leads to this. That is ActiBling's one simple solution to the idea of inclusivity, which I would like to point out. Okay, we're not going to get into the arguments about inclusivity right now because I can't. It will take too long. But yes, God, that thing. Oh God, that thing. So let's talk about that thing a little bit. That thing, as you put it, also garlic chai latte. Not gonna lie, I might actually be into that. Not gonna lie, might be into that. But the greatest thing about it is that it measures ethnicity. And they used what's his name? I think he's supposed to be South American? I want to say he's a South American black DJ, I think. I don't know his name. He's in Overwatch. I don't play Overwatch. I have no hate for Overwatch. I just don't play it. I don't buy Blizzard games anymore. I didn't at that time. Look, I had a Hearthstone problem, and I just had to go bye-bye to Blizzard. And it's all better now. But yeah. Anyway, they put him, I think his name's Lucio? They put Lucio as an example of ethnicity, right? A lot of people think the Overwatch characters are super hot, right? A lot of people think they're super hot. I don't, which we'll get into later. And I know I'm an outlier on this, but I actually don't think they're super sexy. I especially am tired of a lot... Never mind, I don't think I can talk... That I can't talk about on... I can't talk about that here. Never mind. But let's just say I'm really tired of how much I've been seeing of Mercy around some of my usual haunts. Okay? Okay. So anyway, but Overwatch, like, they got Lucio, and Lucio is 50% ethnicity. Lucio is 50% ethnicity. This blows my mind. And do you know why this blows my mind? It's because, how can you be 50% ethnic? What is 100% ethnic? What does that mean? Because everyone has an ethnicity, right? Because the thing is, everyone has an ethnicity. How are Drow less ethnic than, say, a Spire elf? How is a Drow less ethnic than a Wood elf? Does a Wood elf have less ethnicity than a Drow? Is a Wood elf less Wood elf than a Drow is Drow? No, of course not. That's absurd, right? That's absurd. Like, you can't make that statement. So the thing is, what they're really saying is that if they aren't white, they're ethnic. And, like, I don't want to get into too much of this. That is my belief, because Zarya and Torbjorn did not have ethnicity, right? And both of them are, like, light-skinned and from cultures that are, if not fully European, at least are predominantly considered part of like European, like the European bloc area, right? So what you're saying is that people who are white have no ethnicity. Because that's what that has to mean, right? That's what it has to mean. So, and the cleverest among you have probably picked up on the issue with this. Because you're probably thinking, oh, she's about to go off on them for being racist. No, that's not where I'm going with this. That's not where I'm going with this at all. I'm not going there with this. What I'm saying is that they have effectively not started to, like, say, they haven't elevated this, they haven't diminished the idea of all these other ethnicities. They have effectively decided that their solution to ethnic diversity is to remove all ethnic diversity from Europe and from North America on the basis of skin tone. Like, what is wrong with you people? Like, are you saying that France and Germany don't have different cultures? Different ethnicities? Like, are you prepared to say that Russia and England are the same people? Like, that's why it's so incredible to me. It's like, do you guys know what you just said? Because I don't think they know. I don't think they know, like, just how, like, insane this is. Like, this is literally the craziest thing I have ever seen. And the thing is, it's very clear that most of you humans understand this. But it's so weird that people who are now in charge of making decisions about designing characters clearly have no idea. And that's amazing to me. Like, that's absolutely amazing. I'm sorry, that was so, Jif, Joff, Jeff, Joof, Jaff. What do I call the next segment? Jif, Joff, Joof, Jaff, what? Juff? Okay. Jif, Joff, Joof, Jaff, Juff. Okay. So Juff is going to be the next segment, and then I will do the next 5 as Joe's, okay? That's what I'll do. That's what I will do with your 2 recommendations. Okay. Oh my goodness, this has absolutely helped me after the day I've had. It's been wonderful. It's been a great time with all of you. And I'm really sad. I'm really sad that this is coming to an end. Because as much as I want to continue here, being your Veator, being your favorite Xenos, your Xenos in loco parentis. I am the Aquarium Tower. The Aquarium Tower is not going away. The Aquarium Tower is not going away, but the Aquarium Tower is going to happen. I'm finishing the rest of the base first, and then the Aquarium Tower will happen. It was an absolute pleasure, all of you. Maybe I'm going to reach out to you because I have decided, after your most kind invitation, I absolutely do want in on Monday Night Magic. Next week is going to be different. I'm going to be diversifying some. I'm going to be doing different things on different days. And we're going to be having some experimentation. So, looking forward to that. I'm a big fan of experimenting. But for now, Cuttlefish, for now, I'm going to finish this room, and then I will bid you all adieu. And I look forward to seeing you. This is the end of my broadcast week this week. Next week, we'll be coming back with a slightly different broadcast schedule. Next week, we will have Sunday through Tuesday at the usual time, and joining it, we will have Wednesdays as well. We will have Wednesdays. Stay. Okay. For my Cuttlefish, for my Earthlings, I will stay for just a little longer. But, okay, maybe, I need to warn you about something right now if I'm gonna stay. And I'm so sorry about this, maybe. I'm so sorry. You don't deserve any of this. You really don't. But you have invited someone whose favorite deck archetype is Mill to join you for Magic. And I'm so sorry. You don't deserve it. But that's who I am. My favorite archetypes are Mill and Spell Control. I am usually a fuck yes, baby, I love you. You are my kind of player. I am a blue, black, green kind of player. I'm a blue, black, green, for those of you who know Magic. I'm a blue, black, green, and that is land destruction is also phenomenal. I am also really big on artifacts, but in part that's because Maraudin was the first setting that like grabbed me and screamed, "Collect me!" to me. Oh, nice. I don't actually know what's available right now, so I have no idea what's going to happen with Arena. So Subnautica is going to end up being relegated to 2 Sundays. We're going to do Subnautica Sundays for a little while until I'm finished with the game, and then we are going to we're going to figure out what Tuesdays and what Mondays I want to do with you if possible. That might have to be early. We'll talk about that, right? For the Magic, we'll talk about that. Mondays might be something different depending on what time that is, and we'll have to figure out for Tuesdays. But I will be asking and putting out polls on my Discord this week with some different options for people. Don't expect them tonight, but like tomorrow, tomorrow or Thursday, those should go up. I have to figure out how to use my new little bot. But we are going to have some amazings. You don't know how to play Magic, Mochi? Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be, so Mochi, you're one of the people out there who, and like you've told me that you have a, what's the word? I think you used, did you use the word mate? What did you use for the term for your sweetheart? And yes, we will. I have the installer. I'll probably be on there a little bit this week. Partner, thank you. I have no idea what your guys' pronouns are, so let me know. I will remember them eventually, I promise. But you, fuck. I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm just so tired. I forgot what I was gonna say. It was like, Oh yes, it's about magic, and like I also have you've heard you as my my sweetie, my sweetheart, uh, and okay, 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 they she, cool. Um, okay, I am a very kind teacher. I'm a very kind and very patient teacher. I would not I would not introduce them to the whole game with an interrupt deck. I would show them what one was so they could understand how it worked and the principles behind it, but I would not make that like how to play. I would not do that to them. Uh, but yeah, my sweetheart used to play Magic the Gathering because my sweetheart is I mean, well, frankly, she is gay as fuck. And she used to like collecting the cards with all the pretty women on them. And it was the cutest thing I thought when she told me. And then she's like, but then I discovered that I can find other places to look at pretty women without having to try and play this game that I don't exactly like a lot. It was, I adore her, and she might come by and kill me afterwards. We'll see. For saying that, we will have to see. I know, right? So here's a thing. Here's a weird thing. Wizards of the Coast, Wiz- Wizards of the Coast has this thing about women. I think I don't want to accuse them too hard, because I don't know them personally as people, but their products, let's say, have this weird thing with women where they draw women in not a lot of clothing who are powerful, all fine and good. They draw dudes in not a lot of clothing who are powerful, but all fine and good, and they're both smoking hot, right? And then they draw dudes who are hot, who have clothing, and at least when I played, they didn't draw women who were hot that had a lot of clothing. And it's like, that's interesting. Yeah, that's the huh, that's interesting. I don't know much about Capella. Why would I go out hunting for stuff with a full inventory? I remember Chandra Firemane, the red planeswalker woman. She was nice. I never knew how old she was, but she was nice. That's awesome. Maybe for the first thing I'll do like a Magic the Gathering world for a campaign or something. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, I have such a hard time telling your like looking at like trying to differentiate your mature specimens from those of you that are still pupitating. It's difficult. It's difficult for me. Um, But that's interesting to know. That's interesting to know. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to know. Like, one of the things I might be doing is I might be, not yet, but yes, I did say I would. I did say I would. Someone happened to ask for it, and so I decided what I'm going to do for a little while is I'm going to do Subnautica Sundays, and after I finish Below Zero, I'm going to probably take a short break from Subnautica Sundays, and then I'm going to see about streaming some modded Subnautica. You're welcome, Cuttlefish. Okay, if it unironically said YOLO. Yes, when I get ready to do this, I will let you guys know on the Discord, and I will accept any mod suggestions you have. We will figure, those on my Discord will have the privilege of deciding exactly how I'm going to be terrified by Subnautica in terms of what mods I'm going to be using. You know you don't have to eat it. You don't have to eat it, right? Like, you could not eat the coffee. As long as you know that, as long as you know and accept that, I understand. You must eat the jelly. Okay. Did you say Balderdash? That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. I love the phrase Balderdash. Well, as long as you have a good coherency about it. I didn't know there was a Twitch integration mod for Subnautica. That seems kind of amazing. And I'm also now deeply afraid that the primary purpose of it is to spawn Leviathans. Oh dear. The thing is, I'm still gonna use it, even if that's what it does. I'm still gonna use it. I'm just gonna hate myself. I will hold you responsible for my death, though, if I have a heart attack and don't end up, like, making it back. Should I take the long boy, or... No, I shouldn't take the long boy. I also need a blueprint for the teleporter. Tools. Tether tool, there it is. It's evil. Well, I mean, I've been told I'm a little evil as a GM before. So, wait, what happened there? That was weird. So I guess that worked. I guess that works. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be amazing. So yeah, I don't know what games I'm fully looking at yet, but some of them include stuff if your players don't consider you evil, then you're not doing it right. I'm pretty sure my players wish I wouldn't at this point, but they keep coming back anyway, so I'm doing something they enjoy, clearly. Survival mechanics are phenomenal. Survival mechanics are phenomenal. I like using them. I've actually built a survival mechanics system that I now am integrating into every game that I do. So, yeah, expect that to play a role when we get rolling. I don't know if you guys are aware of Dale Friesen. Dale Friesen is, among other things, a professional GM for, like, well, for at least a group of streamers. And he is my GMing hero. Dale Friesen, his attitude is that he's famous for always saying yes to whatever the players say. To quote one of his players, Dale gives you everything you asked for and nothing that you wanted. I don't know about the IO-verse. I've never heard of it. Copper, it's fine. But yeah. As I said, my GMing is a bit odd. I will probably say yes to most things, but the thing is the phrase is yes and. And you can always try to roll anything. Go away. What is a live play universe? What is a live play universe? Oh, wow. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I should probably check that out at some point. I have so much stuff to check out now. Like, I'm so busy that last week I was supposed to watch a movie with my sweetheart, and I didn't. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I heard about Arcanum. Hearing about Arcanum is actually one of the things that made me want to do GMing on here, because I'm like, holy shit. I don't want this guy to be like the face of tabletop games on here. So yeah, I'll have to look into that at some point. Thank fuck. I will admit, I never saw Arcanum's content, but I never liked the man. I know it's easy to say that, like, now, but something about him always gently skeeved me. I listened to those instincts. So someone had a potion idea, so share the potion idea, and I think after that, after I hear the potion idea, I think I'm gonna have to go. It's been too long a day. I do wish I could stay. If I could stay, I would, but I have on average been getting like 3 to 5 hours of sleep a night, and that's really been starting to take a bit of a toll. I have to try and get some kind of rest. The thing is, I can respect him trying to get paid GMing being a thing. Totally appreciate that cause. But nice to know I wasn't the only one that always felt like this dude was an asshat. But yeah, I would if I was so inclined. Like I would be down. Like if I were to pick a career, if I were to pick a career for myself, that I would probably want to choose something like paid GMing. I like the idea of it. Huh. That's actually that's a really cool idea actually. Uh with your permission, I may attempt to use that idea. With your permission. That's just kind of cool. Can I put a hatch up here? No, but I wonder. Can I put... I can make these double-decker. I'm so doing it. But yeah, with your permission, I would love to build some items with that concept. That's a great concept. I like it. Uh-oh. 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 Base is flooding. Why is the base flooding?
Hull integrity restored. Draining system.
Oh, you asshole. Am I gonna have to kill a shark again? Oh, I don't want to kill a shark again. I don't want to kill a shark again. I don't feel good about killing things. I'm not... Okay. I don't know that I can say that I am a pacifist. I am a pacifist, but I'm probably the most violent of pacifists. I don't know that I am a proper pacifist, frankly, but I genuinely believe that if you can not be violent, it's good to not be violent. And you can basically always not be violent. I can actually make that one. Okay, we're going to rebuild. We're going to rebuild the old scanning room. We're going to build the tether. And then I am going to sign off, Cuttlefish, because it is time. I don't want for it to be time. I know you don't want for it to be time, but time has come.
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie.
Okay,
immediately.
first I'm gonna eat something in the game, build the tether, and then
Fluid intake.
I'm going to sign off. I applaud your enthusiasm and efforts, but I don't think you can get into orbit. Therefore, I feel secure.
The tethered tool facilitates instant travel to a paired Sea-Truck teleportation module. Ion cube required for use.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wasn't going to say it, because I feel like that would be that might make someone feel bad. The idea that they were being somewhat creepy. But I was going to let it go. But just to be sure, this isn't a cry for help. Oh, I am going to have to kill you, aren't I? You're just the worst. You are no. Okay. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Right, we gotta go get food, and then we have to kill a shark. because it's just gonna stay there if I don't. I don't want to, but I also don't want it constantly wrecking my base. And that's a problem, because that seems like the only thing it's going to be doing.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
You might want to say then you might want to substitute the phrase "put you to sleep" and make sure you get to sleep. You might want to consider substituting because at least to my understanding, the phrase "put you to sleep" can also mean possibly murder. But I appreciate I accept the concept with the intent that it was given, and I appreciate you trying to look out for me. But don't worry, sweetie. Don't worry, Cuddlefish. I'm gonna be okay. I've been at this for over 3 of your Earth year. Wait, no, over 30 of your Earth years. I can mostly take care of myself at this point.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Right. Okay. Okay. Cuddlefish, if I can, aww. Night-night books. I would love a night. I haven't had a good night-night book in years. Do you know, what the last book I had for a night-night book was? It was, Shadows in Flight by Orson Scott Card. I would like to clarify that I enjoy Orson Scott Card's works, but I think the man is a tool who needs some help. But we're not gonna get into that tonight. Wait, no, I shouldn't do it. Okay. You. Yep, zap me all you want to. We're finishing this. And as far as, like, realizing that you've made a mistake in how you've said something immediately after you said it, I am champion at doing that, so don't worry. Nothing will ever be held against you in that regard. I actually wouldn't mind that. I like the Art of War. I like the Art of War. I actually have a copy of the Art of War on a shelf not too far away from me. No, you went too far. You messed with my base too much. You gotta go. Tonight we dance the dance of death. That's a Lex Luthor line, actually. Yeah, I would accept the Art of War as a bedtime story, but thank you. Yeah, all joking aside, I hope I can sleep really well. I have some nighttime, like, oh, my health's going down. Okay. I think I may have been able to successfully drive it off reasonable distance. I have, I see, okay. Okay, that's interesting. They will live for all time, just like my own words. But I hope I do too. I've had a wonderful evening with all of you. Important things got done today. I have a full tummy, and I have I have some sleepy nighttime cold medication that I am going to pretend means that I'm going to sleep well and not have any night terrors tonight. Okay. Thank you, one and all, Cuddlefish. I have adored my time with you. I hope to see some of you around in the Discord throughout the week. But otherwise, I think this is where we end. This has been Velix, your Vader, your local Xenos in Loco Parentis, signing off for this week. I will see you all on Sunday. Farewell.